Hello, KTA Tigers. Happy Thursday, October 23rd, 2025. This is the KTA News, and we have so many fun reminders and shares for today. I am going to start and thank you to the Federico brothers who sent in this picture from In-N-Out Night. It is always fun when PTO plans these special events, and we appreciate our families who go and dine out, and money and proceeds come back to our school. So thank you, and what a great pick. Also, remember, every time your family shares pictures with me, I also save them as yearbook photos. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I want to say a big congratulations to our third graders who earned the golden plate and have lunch outside yesterday. And it was really a perfect day for lunch outside. The weather was beautiful. It was a little overcasty. It was absolutely gorgeous. And Miss Sawada personally wanted me to thank all of third grade for their hard work during lunch, for their great listening skills, and their kindness with one another. So thank you, third grade. Miss Scott sent in a picture of this seventh and eighth grade combined theater class, and they have been learning about and finishing reading a scene titled Free, which is written by playwright Lindsay Price. The story follows Jack and Jill as they stumble upon a luxurious picnic labeled Free, just outside their starving town. The characters struggle with a moral dilemma. Is the food really free? What was the best, most fair way to share what they found? And they had to highlight statements by each character featuring elements from the script. And so that's what these examples are that were put into a jigsaw here. So thank you, theater, for your hard work on this assignment. And thank you, Ms. Scott, for sending this in to me. I have two things about running to share. First, this is a flyer from Mr. Smith about Running Club. Running Club begins the week of October 27th, so next week. There will be a K2 group and a 3-5 group. The K2 group will practice once a week. The 3-5 group will practice twice a week. And then at the end, on December 13th, there will be the cross-country championships, which will be a final run. You can pay through this QR code, which takes you to Elio. If you have any questions at all, you can call the number there listed below or ask Mr. Smith, who is the head of Running Club. The other thing Mr. Smith does that has to do with running that I just want to highlight is we have a few middle school students who are on the Pueblo cross country team, and Miss Gilby and Mr. Smith coach Pueblo cross-country students from our school. They help morning practices on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday here at KTA. And then afternoon practices are at Pueblo on Tuesday and Thursday. If you are part of middle school Pueblo running, will you please send in some pictures? We would love pictures of you and your team running at these events, because we will in our yearbook have a middle school sports page. The same is true of any KTA students on other middle school sports team. Right now, the only middle school sports we have represented that we have actual pictures of is wrestling. So if you are in another middle school sport at another school, please ask your family to give me some pics. A reminder that applications are due November 4th. If you are a middle school student interested in joining National Junior Honor Society, if you have questions, ask Ms. Haas or Ms. Gilby. And our current members of NJHS would like to support veterans with disabilities, and they are raising money. You can donate money by scanning the QR code above. If you bring in cash, you can leave it for NJHS, specifically for Ms. Haas, and she will make sure it goes towards this greater goal. Also, starting next week, you'll notice a lot of these clubs for second quarter are starting next week is esports. Ms. Haas is our esports lady. If you have any questions at all, you can ask Miss Haas. I have given a few reminders about yearbooks. Our yearbook this year is going to be phenomenal. We have a really great yearbook club working on creating an amazing yearbook. We have some lovely teachers who are advisors who are working hard. And then our photography students have been working on creating super dynamic pictures of every class, every grade level to be showcased in our yearbook. So if you have not pre-ordered one, do that now. They cost $25 until December 26th. And after that point, the price will rise to $28. If you have pictures that you take at these different events of your child or from your class, please send them to us. You can click on this QR code to upload photos, and then I actually get a notification that shows that we have new photos to add to our yearbook. Middle school students who are interested in science camp, packets have already gone home. People are signing up. We're getting parent volunteers, which is absolutely phenomenal. If your parents have any questions at all, we're going to have a Zoom next Wednesday. Families got an email that had the link to the Zoom in it that they can attend and ask us any questions at all that they might have about science camp. And then 8th graders, I just wanted to remind you of the important showcase dates on October 31st. So next Friday, Corona is coming. They'll bring a packet with all the information about registering at Corona and electives. And you can ask them any questions. It will be very similar to the other high schools, but it is going to specifically focus on Corona. So if you are in an area where you're planning to go to a different high school, make sure you know what the showcase is. That really gives you a lot of information about that high school. I only have the Tempe High schools on here. So if you are in Chandler or another area of town, you're going to have to do a little research to figure out when their showcase is. That's it for today's announcements, everybody. Have a fabulous Thursday. Go Tigers!